back. It is Tuesday, December 10th, and I'm coming from the range, and I headed out east in Colorado. I have got a doe pronghorn tag, and so I'm gonna start working on it. I'm on a sizable piece of public ground I've never been to, so we're gonna start the day by just going around. Heck, it's 12:05 right now, so I don't have a whole ton of time today because I went to the range first. So now I'm gonna come out here and pronghorn hunt. Brian and I got a plan to come out here at the end of December, and he's gonna come out here when I'm in North Carolina, so I'm the first one out, and so I'm gonna see what I see and share with him what I see and see if that helps him out later. So without further ado, I'm gonna get to looking. Well, I drove around for a while and I haven't seen any pronghorn on the private or the public. And as you can tell, it's pretty barren out here. Ain't a whole lot going on. There's no cactus, but there are some prairie dogs over there. All right, I've spotted some pronghorn. They're a long ways off and they're in the wide open. Let me see if I can't get the other camera on them real quick. They're out there a ways, probably pushing half a mile. And it's so open, I don't know how I would even make a stalk. This is what I got to work with. As soon as I go 50 yards to my front, I'll be completely exposed to them. Eventually they started to move and actually kind of came in my direction. At first all I was really seeing is a bunch of young bucks, and I have a doe tag. Eventually I do see some does, and off camera to the right I take a shot. Yeah, that was a miss. And they took off running. But eventually some more stragglers came by, and I couldn't get them to stop. Well, I thought I hit one, but there didn't seem to be any sign of one being hit. So I'm kind of following the herd, and there's one that's fallen behind the herd. Maybe that's the one. I mean, it's about impossible to sneak up on anything out here. I thought they were in range, but I could tell my shot, one of them went under. I had them ranged at 302, but obviously that wasn't their range because it went way low. So they must have been more like 400. Must have hit some grass or hit the ground in front of them or something. With their laser rangefinder, that is. So now I got a real long walk back to the truck because I was following them in the opposite direction. Well, I followed that herd over 2 miles, and there were 2 hanging back from the herd and then a third one further back from them. And I thought that third one further back must have been one I had hit, or that's the one I shot at and maybe I hit it. But eventually the 2 and 1 became 3, and then eventually the 3 joined the herd, and I just bumped them for the second time, and there were no stragglers or no slow ones in the back. So maybe they were just extra curious, I don't know. But I was trying to make sure to kind of walk their path, the herd's path, in case maybe the one I thought I hit was hit and fell out and dropped out of the group, but didn't see nothing. I don't know if you'll be able to see me right now, but the sunset's in my face anyway. At least I got something to tell Brian, give him a starting point. Crap, I just measured it. I'm at least 3 miles from the truck. I lost track of everything following that herd. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna get my pack comfortable so I can free up one hand, strap the camera away, and get the moving. I am wrecked, that's for sure. You see that? 10.43 miles. I did not intend to do that today. I am not in that kind of shape. I intend to do about half of that. But I had to keep following that herd to make sure nobody dropped off. But man, I about went to muscle failure just walking. I am wrecked. Wrecked. That is a lot of country back there, and there is almost no cover. That's going to be tough to get in on them. Even though I got a shot today, I wasn't real close. If I was closer, I would have hit it. Oh man. Now at this point in time, I go out to North Carolina to hunt ducks with Phil. Brian and his brother Randy, they go out to hunt these pronghorn, and they also suffer the same fate. They get a shot, but they miss. Well, today is December 28th. It's a Saturday, and I've just linked up with Brian. We're going out pronghorn hunting. We're going to do today and tomorrow, camp overnight in the vehicles. In fact, that's him directly in front of me. But the weather is terrible. I mean terrible. It's 20-25 degrees at best, and we've got 30-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 50. So to say it's terrible would be an understatement. So we're gonna approach this piece of land from the north because that's where the wind is coming from. Because I don't know if we could walk into the wind. It's so strong that our eyes would probably just be watering and would probably get frostbite on our nose or something. This probably isn't the smartest thing, but we're gonna give it a go, see how it works out. My backpack is full of cold weather gear. I've got adhesive hot hands stuck to my water source because that's probably gonna try to freeze. And I won't be surprised if the batteries in this camera and my other camera die from the cold. So I don't know what I'm gonna be able to get on camera, but we'll see. Well, look at that. Turns out we're not the only morons. A lot of this I'm going to have to voice over because of the wind. We finally got some spotted and made a move on them. Well, we think we're in range when we crest this little hill back here. There's about 6 of them bedded. We think once we cross this, we'll be within a few hundred yards. Hopefully we can see them before they see us. And unfortunately, they did see us before we saw them. They were off on our right. We either went too far or they had gotten up and shifted over, but they were looking at us, and that was all she wrote. So then we just decided to head on back. At that point, we're about 4 miles from the car. And you probably can't hear this from the wind, so I'll have to voice this over later. And it was a long walk back. Terrible. We got tumbleweeds out there. We're not even hunting at all. We're just unloaded, trying to get back. Got about 1.5 miles to go. It's pretty terrible. Right here I'm saying we're at the corner of a section of land, which means we only got about a mile left to go. There's the parking lot. Baby Snowflake has never looked so good. Well, Brian, how was today?
It was sunny, warm, plenty of pronghorn, easy hiking, no wind.
Perfect day.
Perfect day. Pretty much, yep.
It's like we're hunting in Florida. Well, good morning. It's a little bit chilly. We got 21 outside and 27 inside on the old thermometer here. Last night those pronghorn gave us the slip, and pretty much we just wanted to get out of there at that point. It was terrible. The unfortunate thing is, it doesn't seem like the wind has died down that much. The vehicle still moves around a little bit, so I thought it was supposed to die down pretty significantly, but I don't know. I got the car started and the defrost going, because sleep in your car, it's this cold. Everything's iced up. Everything's icy. So, in order to drive, got to get that windshield cleared. So in a few minutes we'll be on our way. Get after them again today. Hopefully the wind dies. That makes it miserable. And you can't shoot very far because you don't know where your bullet's going to go. So it's not quite as windy as yesterday, but it's colder. Maybe the sun will break.
Big cloud, though. It's like right where the sun is, too.
We got to a glassing point and didn't see anything, so we made breakfast. By the time we were done eating, we did spot some pronghorn. They were about 1.5 miles across the valley and heading in the opposite direction at a really good clip. The wind is also picking up. We just decided to call it. We start heading back, and again, it's a long hike. We're a solid 2.5 miles from the truck. This sucks. Once again, these two white Dodges never looked so good. So that's how our pronghorn season went this year. These pronghorn have been kind of slippery on us over the past few years, and I really think that Brian and I combined should have had about 4 of them by now, but we're only at 1, so we're not having such good luck after these guys. So hope you enjoy this video. Go ahead, subscribe and like. Thanks for watching.